Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I want to apologize right out of the gate because I am broadcasting from a different room. Normally, there are many of you out there that love my terrible sound, and that has become my signature. And today, I apologize if my sound has been improved even a little bit. I don't want to disappoint any of you, but normally normally when I'm videoing, you're seeing a bigger screen than you're seeing today. Today you're just seeing a laptop screen. And so I'm using just the laptop screen right now. And for that reason, I apologize if anything seems too small. Now, before I get going, I wanted to, I was sent this message. Hello, Digital Asset Investor, could you do me a favor and get a message out to the XRP community? Dev Null Productions, I guess, and I are organizing a meetup in New York City on the 16th of July at 7 p.m. at Tanner Smith, 7th Avenue and 55th Midtown. Can you shout this out on your Twitter and YouTube? I want to make it the biggest XRP meetup to date. And he says, keep making those videos and don't you dare change your audio. And I said, sure I can. So see, once again, someone likes my crappy audio. So go help. Now let me go and make sure you know who we're talking about here. In this computer, I have so many tabs opened up right now, it is not even funny. So I'm hoping that this computer will do its thing. By the way, I am talking right now to one of my friends, and we are thinking about making an upgrade from Windows PC to an Apple iPad. That's what I've been told for years, that Apple's so much better, and I'm about to take the plunge and do that. It is in the works. Okay, I'm sorry, I just went off of his Twitter thing. I'll go back to that. I'll remind you in another feed about what that guy's name was. I'll go back over that, but I just dropped it by accident. Sorry. Okay, market cap today in the market is 301 billion. We are about as high as we've been. I think we've been as high as, say, 300 and something billion. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry. I think we've been as high as 303, 304 billion in the market. But here's what I want you to look at. This is what's important. Bitcoin is at 98.47. When Bitcoin hits $10,000, this is going to give the mainstream financial media a lot to chew on, and that is a significant thing. And so that's what we need to have our eyes on. Once that happens, you could literally see the media help to trigger the bull run that dwarfs 2017's bull run. So keep an eye on that. Now, next I wanted to show you this from Mr. B. And this is kind of what I'm saying here. This thing goes nuts when Bitcoin crosses 10,000 and stays there. The media won't ignore the market anymore, and we will go from page 6 to page 1. Wait for it. He's exactly right. These numbers, like these big round even numbers for the media to get a hold of, it gives them something they can chew on, and it gives them a good title for their articles and for their segments. And so it will be a big deal at 10,000. Because do you remember how many times they declared crypto dead over this bear market? A lot of times. Please, computer, don't do this. I'm getting the not respond thing, and so hopefully these windows will go away as I X them out without screwing up the screen. Okay, from Crypto Utility Guy at Utility Guy 7 sent me this, and remember, I've told you a lot over the course of this channel that when we finally get to the place where Wall Street and all of their controlled media people like CNBC, when it finally gets to the place where they're ready to come into this market, you will begin to see these people, and they will be the biggest cheerleaders of crypto that there are. Well, it's already happening. This is from Squawk Box, at Squawk at CNBC if you want to go watch it. This is Joe, I think his last name's Kernan or something like that. Suddenly become a Bitcoin believer. Now, he makes a point that I've made on this channel when we were talking about Libra, which is Facebook's coin. I'll never buy a stable coin, which is what Libra is. And the reason I won't is very obvious. Anything that's stable, especially if it's tied to fiat currency like the dollar, that defeats the entire purpose. You and I are not here for stable. We are here to moon is why we're here. All of us. If you're here for another reason than that, maybe you're one of these guys that's here for the tech, well, have your fun, because I'm going to have mine. I'm not here for the stability. Stability sucks. Stable is no fun. None of us are here for that. We're here to have massive appreciation. We're here to see appreciation in an asset class that we've never seen in 2 or 3 lifetimes. That's why we're here. So it makes So the concept of a JP Morgan coin or a Libra coin competing with XRP or even Bitcoin is ridiculous. It defeats the entire purpose. And that's what Joe from Squawk's actually saying. He's like, what good is going on? What good? It's not a crypto. If it doesn't have, if it's tied to fiat, all it is it's just like having a dollar, except you can move it around on the internet. That's the only difference. But anyway, the cheerleading has already begun. That's the point. Okay, now you all need to see what this is what's been going around on the internet at the Brad Garlinghouse and Living with Passion. I believe that's where we're starting here at LIVN with Passion. You can go right here, what she sent me, and I think this starts it. No, actually, this is something different. I'll get into Brad Garlinghouse in a second. First, this is a tweet from Ripple. Now, it says families of Serenias rely on receiving money from loved ones abroad. See her story in episode 2 of our Pay Forward series. Now, the first thing I want to say here, they're talking about a family who's able to move money using Ripple's technology from Japan to Thailand. But what's more important here, this is a lesson in sales. Ripple, many of us, we talk about Ripple software, and we talk about how Ripple's creating a situation where you can move money really fast. But in sales, it's one thing you're really not selling a product in sales. If you're doing a good job of it, you're selling a feeling, or you're selling a life change. In this case, I love what Ripple's doing here, because what they're doing is they're finally putting out these commercials where they're selling. They're not trying to sell a product and moving money. They're trying to sell changing people's lives for the better, and in many cases changing people's lives who have really tough lives, and they are making their lives much easier, and in essence making their families much better off with what they're doing. And that's what's going on here. That's what this pay forward is. XRP Crypto Wolf comes in and kind of summarizes what it's about. SBI Remit is already helping change lives in Thailand and Japan since it runs on Ripple. Just imagine how many more lives will be changed all around the world once mostly everything runs on Ripple. Exactly. But that's what this commercial is runs on Ripple. SBI Remit is what they're using, and it's changing their lives. Okay. I'm praying that this computer does not decide to not cooperate with me, folks. Okay, next from Chinu Patel, at Chinu Patel 29, has been sending me a lot of good information, and this is more of it. And this, now this is from, all of this that I'm about to show you is from Brad Garlinghouse. Brad Garlinghouse did he was on stage, and I think it was called Fortune Brainstorming or something to that effect. It was a conference. Now, I'm going to give you many different quotes. Some of them may overlap with others, but that's okay. You'll get the point. Brad Garlinghouse said, I'm going to send a case of champagne to David Marcus, the head of Facebook's Libra. The reason is this week will be the best week of signed contracts at Ripple ever. It has been a massive wake-up call to the banks. Now, what he was talking about is when they announced Libra, a lot of the banks and payment companies that Ripple has already been talking to, all of a sudden they're wanting to get off the fence because they see Facebook as a potential major threat to their business. That's what he's talking about. Let me see if there's, here's Brad Garlinghouse at the actual event talking about it. And then this was interesting too. This was a guy in the audience that was asking him a question. He said, it says Brad Garlinghouse gets asked by the audience if Facebook announcement had increased Ripple's activity. His response, this has been a call to action. This is going to be a record week for Ripple. And then I'm going to give you a few different people's take and what they said about this, so that I can really make sure I cover this completely. C3 Nick is the next one, and he came in. He was actually one of the first people that sent this to me. This is Brad Garlinghouse again. The Facebook Libra announcement was a massive call to action because they essentially said, we do not need Western Union anymore. If you're a bank or Western Union, they realize that they cannot depend on a system like SWIFT to compete in the marketplace. And then C3 Nick's got the video link here if you want to go check that out. Watch the full interview with Brad Garlinghouse here. Let me see what else he's got. The Facebook announcement has absolutely catalyzed contract activity. This has been a call to action. This is going to be a record week for Ripple. Now, I know I'm doing some overlap here, but I want to make sure I get all these quotes. And I got several different people who had said different things, and I want to make sure I give them credit. And also, some of them have different things. I got this from Sean Schaefer at Sean Schaefer 10, and he sent me this. This is from Jan Weezer. I'm not sure exactly if I said that right. This is a little bit of overlap. This is going to be a record week for Ripple as a direct result of Facebook's Libra announcement, says CEO. Let me see if that's all there was to that one. And then, we'll see. And then Frank Chaparro, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says Facebook Libra announcement has helped push forward some contracts it has in the works with other FinServ companies. This has been a call to action. This is going to be a record week for Ripple. I think that's all he said. And then, all right, and then Kieran Kelly, who's a major good person to follow in the XRP community, at Kieran ML Kelly. 100% banks now need XRapid to compete, and Ripple and MoneyGram are going global with XRP. And then he's tweeting out a Rand Neuner tweet. Ironically, I believe that Libra was the best thing to happen to XRP. Exactly, folks. These two things right here, Libra, when the history books are written, I've said before, when the history books are written, SBI Holdings LLC buying 10.5% of Ripple will be known as the thing that changed everything for Ripple and XRP. Well, I believe these two pieces of news right here will be added to that for the history books. The announcement of Libra and the announcement of Ripple working with MoneyGram, they will both be massive. And Kieran Kelly is completely right. Now, also, I wanted to show you this. This is interesting as well. This is from, who's this? Tempe Officers Association. They were copying Tiffany Hayden and Kieran Kelly on this. This is a video. And this is David Marcus, who is the guy who's been in charge of Libra. Either of you catch this today, 33 seconds. In Internet of Value, David Marcus, head of Libra Wallet. This guy is the guy that's created the wallet for Facebook's Libra coin. And 33 seconds in, he uses the term Internet of Value. But what's important to note there is Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple, I think, coined the term Internet of Value. But these guys are late to the party. And that's why all these banks, they see Libra and Facebook, uh-oh, that's a competition for us. And all of a sudden, Ripple's phone's ringing off the hook. And guess what? XRP is faster than Libra coin. Folks, we're in the right place at the right time. Okay, let me see if I think I got one more thing I wanted to show you. Yeah, this is from XRP Crypto Wolf. If it'll pop up for me, XRP Crypto Wolf. And this is remember we were talking about the heat that Congress is now putting on Facebook. Before I read this, I wanted to make one more point I may not have made, and that is that now that Congress is going to have hearings, now crypto is going to be even more in front of the media. Imagine the media attention that is about to be had. And it's going to push the regulations faster. And Warren Davidson is going to get more traction with the Token Taxonomy Act, because these Congress people like Maxine Waters they've got their chance. They can talk about it, but now they have a bill where they can say, all right, we got all this ready. We fixed it. And that Token Taxonomy Act is sitting there. It is the piece of legislation they can all grab onto and write their little particular things they want out of everything to get this thing going. But XRP Crypto Wolf says, that's Maxine Waters from Congress, says the U.S. can't let Facebook's cryptocurrency Libra compete with the U.S. dollar. We can't allow them to go to Switzerland with all its associates and begin to compete with USD. The U.S. is holding back crypto. This is XRP Crypto Wolf talking. The U.S. is holding back crypto regulations cause of the U.S. dollar. And then he comes in and he says, we've got to protect our consumers more like the U.S. dollar. It's very important for them to stop right now what they're doing. We're going to move, and we're going to move aggressively and very quickly to deal with what's going on with Facebook. So I believe that they may deal with Facebook, but I believe that this is going to cause Congress to look at the Token Taxonomy Act and focus on all of them getting their little things they want in the bill and get that thing passed. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that Congress is just going to hit the accelerator with all of this and put crypto in the spotlight that it deserves, and it's about to be legitimized by all of this. That is what's going to happen. Thank you for listening.